If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Poton Store has all the latest sets and promos instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailman code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here at Tailman. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are heading closer to our first regional this weekend in Australia. Very excited to see what happens down under. And today I'm going to be playing with Michael Catron's deck that he used to get top 4 at one of the $500 tournaments over the weekend. I did cover this list over in the video of the top 5 I guess rogue decks from this past weekend's events. So definitely looking forward to seeing how it does. If you want to see a more in-depth explanation of the deck, definitely go check out that video. And I think we should just jump into the games with this counterbox ARCEUS deck. Alright, so right off the bat we're up against a dark deck. So we'll see how that ends up going for us. We do lose a coin flip, so that's never an ideal situation. We somehow managed to get 3 Pokemon catchers in our starting hand after we play 4. So nice randomization to start off the video. And we'll give a mulligan plus information to our opponents. Now, we do start the ARCEUS, I guess, but not much else. Not a very impressive hand, so we're just going to have to outright Marnie. We are up against Gengar, which is good because we have Galarian Zapdos, right? So we could just completely forego the ARCEUS and focus on Galarian Zapdos plus the Ditto as a counter to the Gengar. So far my opponent has seen the ARCEUS, has seen dark pieces, but has not seen any indication that I'm playing fighting. However, when playing against ARCEUS, you can assume that almost always they will have some sort of thing. Now, that's an issue for sure, because that stops Zapdos' ability. And my opponent choosing not to bench another V, which is very smart. All right, so 3-card hand. Don't know what's in there. Thinking I'm definitely gonna attach this. I'm gonna try the Pokemon catcher. Nope. Okay, so I don't know if I want to bench something else or not. Like, I guess I'll bench the Hoopa, but it's not ideal. Definitely not an ideal situation. Okay. So I do get a fighting energy and Ultra Balls. So in theory, I would be able to respond. No, not really, not yet. This is very scary. Because if I search for the Zapdos, there's a chance it just gets rolled over. I think I have to though, right? I could just attach the energy to the ARCEUS, but that will also reveal what I have. So based on my opponent's hand, or based on what they did last turn, they would need double Houndoom plus Gengar plus attachment to knock me out, or double Houndoom plus attachment, which let's assume is not likely to happen. Let's just assume that it's not likely to happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. So we see the attachment. Now they need double Houndoom. There's the VMAX, which we are sort of okay with. And there's a Bird Keeper. So that's a very underwhelming supporter for them to have. That will give them... Wow, dude, are you serious? You just have 2 Battle VIP passes plus the Ultra Ball to get your V-Barrel. That's actually pretty scary now. And the Quick Ball. What? Well... So much for the Bird Keeper being underwhelming, right? I mean, I'm hoping that won't lead to double Houndoom plus a switching card. I really need to shut up. I guess. Okay. Okay. See another Ultra. So there's one Houndoom. So now they just need one more Houndoom. They are discarding. That's the second path that they discard though, so that's really good. Is their last card actually Houndoom, man? There's no way, right? Oh, thank you. Okay. So now, I don't play Energy Switch in this deck. So... And they are down 3 stadiums, so I'm hoping the training court will stick. So what I'm thinking here is, I get my ARCEUS VSTAR. I do have access to Zapdos, but I need a way to guarantee it. So if I get ARCEUS VSTAR here, with a... And then with the ability I get the double and a boss, I get 2 prizes, but that's not good enough. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and research here. So basically attacking into the ARCEUS feels like a waste, right? So I'm hoping I can get either Escape Rope or a double or a nice like follow-up to this so that I can follow through with the Zapdos, which this doesn't allow for that. So let's see if I flip heads now on the Pokemon Catcher, because then that will give me better cards for the Starbirth, but no. Darn it. Okay, so I would need to get the double plus the Escape Rope. If I play Escape Rope, I'm guessing the Crobat comes up. We could Crobat, I guess. That is definitely a possibility. So let's get rid of the Moltres. I can utilize Crobat, I guess. I'm dead anyways, no matter what, so I guess I can still potentially find useful cards. Okay, I mean the Raihan's the useful card, I guess. Okay, so now this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, now with the Raihan. Oh, actually, no, never mind. The Raihan's not good enough. I'm just gonna wing it. I have 2 draws, 2 quick balls. That means I have a quick ball priced. Odds are very low that I'll be able to pull this off though. Basically impossible if I don't grab this Zapdos here. I'm just gonna wing it. Alright, so I'm gonna retreat into the Crobat and then play Escape Rope. They must know that I got a double turbo, right? I mean, I'm happy taking the 2 prizes though. But like the only reason I'm skeptical about the 2 prizes is because it's 1 less B. Though they'll probably end up benching a Gengar, right? So that makes sense. Okay. I guess I'll bench the Ditto, and then we'll go Trinity Nova. Not the greatest follow-up here, though. Actually, no, you know what? Never mind. If I power up the Ditto, I can actually actually, never mind. Right, the Ditto was a really good card. With the Ditto now, I can get the Zapdos, right? Another Raihan. So what I can do is grab, like, use Raihan. Oh no, never mind. Because I can't. No. It's just impossible. So what I'm gonna need actually is I'm gonna have to research and hope to get the Zapdos and a way to discard the Zapdos. That's the only way that I can get a return KO onto this Gengar now. Which is sad. The Marnie might help. The Marnie could actually be in our favor. We'll see. Nope. The game's over. The path to the peak, my opponent finds his 4th stadium off of that Marnie. So I have access to Shaman, but that's basically it. And yeah, just no draw at all. Oh, that Marty, as expected, right? So not much you can do about that. We're gonna be dead to the Gmax follow-up and then dead to the follow-up power-up. And that's it, right? Couldn't respond. It comes down to that, right? If I could have responded with Zapdos, then I would have been in an okay spot. With the hand that I drew off of the research, clearly that wasn't good enough to get the Zapdos, most likely, right? Yeah, so you got it, friends. On to the next one. Alrighty, on to the next game, probably up against Malamar, based on the deck box. Rapid Strike Malamar. Maybe not. Malamar doesn't commonly play Inteleon. It does sometimes, but not very commonly. That's a tick towards Malamar, and that's confirmation that it's Malamar, definitely. So it is Malamar combined with Inteleon this time, which in a way makes sense, and also is not the most common thing, that's for sure. Okay. With this hand, we're gonna lose a lot of costing options, which are not that impactful against this particular deck, but still sad to see. Don't expect to be using Shaman in this matchup. It's a very weak V-Star. And I can just get it back with the Zapdos, with the Ditto, which actually, I guess ideally I make my opponent go through 2 Arceus or 3 Arceus and Shaman, like 3 Arceus, right? Or 3 Arceus plus, well, 2 Arceus, Moltres into another Arceus or Shaman. So I guess that's the plan. Now we're drawing sort of dead. We do get to power up the Ditto, if that's what we wanted to do. So we'll go ahead and Trinity Charge, which I think is fine, right? Just get the energy. Get the energy into play. I have the Arceus, I have access to Luminion for another research follow-up, or Marnie if I want to attack my opponent's hand. Double Arceus ready to go. Energy's in play. Our hand won't or shouldn't be bothered at all throughout the game, so we can accumulate or work towards the Clara plus Moltres play after we lose to Arceus. So not bad, right? Not bad at all. Worst case scenario is my Arceus V going down, which we can recover off of with the Ditto, but that would still not be ideal at all. But based on, well, not necessarily. My opponent did get an explosive turn 1 start with a bunch of items. If we see a Rapid Strike search for a supporter, that would be great, but we're probably just going to see the Drizzle for the research, if they play the research, which I would hope they do. Oh, they're just gonna Brawly, okay. So Brawly for further setup, which I am okay with. No aggression from my opponent turn 2 is always a good thing. Okay, so we're playing the full Inteleon lineup. And they choose to forgo the Sobble instead of the Inkay, which also makes sense. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and evolve another energy. So I'm thinking of just grabbing Luminion and grabbing a Marnie, honestly. Don't want to get rid of these 2 energies, they could come in handy later. So just a straight up Marnie works here. I also take away whatever card they search for, which I don't remember what it was, but they didn't play it. And we get a meh hand. Not the best, not the worst. Wish I had a better something to power up. I mean, what? So there's nothing wrong with benching these, right? This still allows me to play into 3 Arceus plus the Moltres, and there's a Moltres already, so that's good. Can't power up the Moltres though, but I can power up another Arceus, so that's always good. And even if it's just 1 energy, that's completely fine. No Star Birth because I should be able to get another Arceus in play at some point. Probably shouldn't have clicked on all the energies, maybe just 1 to keep energies for the Moltres. But yeah, so far so good. I still have energy for the Moltres, I guess. So they need 7. Oh, nice. They need 7 Rapid Strike cards. This searches for, I think, Skiploom and Jumpluff, maybe? I'm not sure. I think that's it, but I'm not entirely sure. So I need 7 total Rapid Strike cards in order to knock out my ARCEUS VSTAR. There's a Skiploom indeed. There's the Skiploom. There's a Shady Tailings. Oof, that Shady Tailings is bad news. That probably means a dead Arceus. It's 2 extra cards. There's the potential for Scoop Up Nets to make them bonus cards, so yeah, the double Brawly. And my opponent has currently 8 cards in their hand. And there it is. 7 exactly. They are playing Hoppip, surprisingly. I don't expect you to be playing for Skiploom and for Jumpluff and for Hoppip. Like, there's surely better cards because you don't want to start with the Hoppip at all. Alright, let's take this opportunity to transform the Ditto. Let's just go Marnie here. Okay, I do get access to the Arceus. Is there merit to the catcher? I don't think there is. I'd rather get rid of their stadium. Okay. So I priced my other ARCEUS VSTAR. I did not realize that. I do have a grass. So, I mean, this gives me more HP. That's why it's good here. Alright, so V transformation onto Shaman. We'll go ahead and evolve. I guess I could have searched for Shaman with that, so probably should have just grabbed something else. Only just realized it, that Shaman VSTAR is an actual evolved grass type Pokemon. And then we'll do Revenge Blast. Needs the same 7, so I guess there's not that big a difference. We don't get the ARCEUS VSTAR. We're tight in prices, but definitely my Arceus got 1 price. Their Malamar got 2, so they are in a very advantageous position. Very advantageous at the moment. Alright, there's a Drizzle. So far, this deck on paper, right, which is what I talked about in the deck description in the other video. On paper, it seems like it has an answer to everything, and only there's a big surprise factor behind it as well. But I will say that it feels very difficult to control what you want, right? Like, it does have a lot of search, it does have a lot of consistency, but it seems a little hard to control exactly, to find what you need when you need it, because you don't have the Intillion, right? And Starbirth is only once per turn, so there's no guarantee really. There's no real guarantee that you'll be finding what you need when you need it at the time you need it. So that's my one big complaint about this deck, if you will. So they definitely have enough to KO. I wish I was doing Marnie this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, exactly. Perfect. Actually, no, the Marnie is probably not meaningful. Alright. Yeah, not much else, and we might just end up attacking with ARCEUS V, but obviously my opponent's price trade-off is way better than mine at this point. So I can grab the Zapdos, and then I can grab the 6 seconds. So basically it comes down to I need my opponent to whiff at some point, somehow. Which they haven't done yet. I do get the Moltres for next turn. Okay, is there merit to knocking out the Remoraid or the Inteleon actually? I feel like KOing the Inteleon, I mean the Drizzle, is actually really good potentially here. That could make a difference, a genuine difference. So we'll go Parage because we know they have the Inteleon. I'm not sure if they put back the Octillery, I think they did, and that's why they scooped it up. So this might leave them hanging. This might actually leave them high and dry for this upcoming turn. And the fact that they didn't immediately promote, I feel like is a good indication that perhaps this is the break we needed, right? Perhaps this is the break that we needed. So maybe this is where the comeback begins. I think that's an indication that the comeback is on. I think knocking out that Drizzle, that one head flip, might end up being the difference maker. Yep, that immediately tells me that my opponent's playing defensively. We have the Air Balloon. Now I even have the Clara, which means I can power up the Moltres. And sure, let's do everything. Let's grab the ARCEUS VSTAR and the 6 Second for whatever reason. The Pokemon, like, I'm not very concerned, obviously, because I already had the ARCEUS VSTAR from my prize cards. I was concerned about grabbing the double energies. I get to attach, I get to evolve. Okay, so now I can't play a supporter this turn, but I can save the Starbirth for later, which is really good. Just get back an energy for whatever, and Fire Wrath. So now, I mean, now we know my opponent does play Boss's Orders, right? So they could go Boss KO for the win. But now we're really putting on the pressure here. They only need 3 cards to knock me out, yes? Oof. Okay. That was their top deck. That's very unlucky for me. Because why wouldn't would they have played that card last turn, right? Alright. But we're basically gonna tell our opponent, if you don't win next turn, that's it, right? That's game over. 3 of them sent back. 6 card hand, we're definitely gonna go Marnie KO the Malamar. That's also, well, it's only a second Malamar. Alright, bring up the free treater. I think it has to be Marnie, right? Like the other option is Boss on the Remoraid, but no, never mind, it's not available. I don't have Boss anymore, and all 4 catchers are gone, so never mind. That is not an option. So we just go Marnie and hope. So we didn't even get to use Starbirth at all. In hindsight, I probably should have used it, right? At some point. The Escape Rope, I guess, is a card that maybe we would be worried about because of the low HP of my friends on the bench. But that's pretty much it. So we'll do this, and we'll go trade to Nova. And so the game's over next turn. Either I win or I lose, but the game is over next turn. If my opponent plays another boss to try and stall out the Luminion, I have access to energy through this, I already have an energy in hand, which they know about, and I can search for energy with Starbird. So, yes, the comeback of that one head flip, right? I believe all the other coin flips were tails, but we just needed one head flip. That was all in order to win this match. Would a boss's orders have been better at that point? Perhaps, right? Perhaps, yeah. 3 tails, 1 heads, but that 1 heads, you planned that 1 heads correctly, completely changes the game, right? Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. That last game was definitely very exciting. Pretty proud of that comeback, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.